I can't do the fair just because my cholesterol.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I can't do it.
And for
I usually go on the last day just to get food.
Bro.
Okay, so they do have some new foods.
Run them down.
Hold on, let me get my list. But in the meantime, one of them appears to be a deep fried spaghetti sandwich.
That sounds nasty.
It just sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds nasty. That you look.
That might be one of the best things that they have new.
a deep fried spaghetti sandwich.
I can imagine. I can imagine Alpha Dog get up in there. I'm crushing everything because you just deep fried spaghetti. Like what the?
Deep fried spaghetti sandwich. That's one of the new items that they will be having at the NC State Fair.
Nasty.
Other items include, I saw they had a pickle juice lemonade.
Mm-hmm. And a pickle juice Pepsi, I think.
That sounds
gross.
nasty. Pickle juice lemonade and pickle juice Pepsi.
What you expected to get from the fair in 2024? Like they
don't have nothing original. That's, you know what I'm saying. They
That's
just
not original, but that
That's-
sound disgusting.
I'm talking about stuff that sounds worth like.
I'm
I
going
want to
through
try
the
to eat
list
that.
now. They have 2 new items.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got the regular normal stuff: a barbecue bacon queso sandwich, bacon cheeseburger, corn dog, bologna fries. Ew.
Bologna.
Battered bologna fries, deep fried bologna fries with Carolina Gold dipping
My
sauce.
heart is palpitating.
Hell yeah, boy! This shit.
Bologna fry.
They got big bacon wrapped in a cheese on a stick. So it's a bacon and cheese deep fried on a stick.
Like, what's the original about that? Like,
Yeah, that's not. All they do is just dip whatever and
It's
fry
it's a batter.
All
and
they're
it's
trying to
fried.
do is give everybody high cholesterol.
And it's gonna be like
diabetes.
$20,
Oh,
$25 for that.
$20.
Boy,
Okay.
hey, listen. If Alpha Dogs ever get out there, they gonna love me.
Why can't Alpha Dogs get out there?
Well, because they real frivolous about they damn
You
their
don't have nothing
their
deep
prices.
fried twice
Oh
over.
no,
nigga,
I know
got
everything.
pickle. Pickle
I
dog.
know for a fact everything on my menu it'll
pickle
crush
dog might
everything
be-
out
a
there.
pickle dog
They
might
would
be
love
hot.
my shit.
Yeah, because
Now-
at least it sounds like it tastes.
Exactly.
It tastes good. But it
Exactly. That's the
sounds-
whole thing. It sounds
like it
good.
tastes
It
good.
looks good, and I had the biggest sandwich on the planet.
Okay, so they got a candied oatmeal pie where they take a little Debbie oatmeal pie and dip it in a candy coating.
$20.
That sounds.
They got a couple of good items now. I ain't gonna
Chamoy
front.
pickles. So it's pickles with chamoy sauce and taki chips and tahini.
No.
That sounds really good as long as it's not on a pickle.
I don't eat
Because I like
Takis.
chamoy tahini. I'm not a fan of Takis.
Right. So I ain't.
Yeah, so they got that. They got cotton candy mini cakes. That's why they keep saying it's new. Half this shit got crack fries. Fries tossed in cheese seasoning with various
Fries
dipping
tossed in
sauce.
crack.
Right. You already know white people made that. Oh, let's name it crack fries. Let's make some meth chicken and see if we touch a sensitive nerve. Next month, alpha meth sandwich. The alpha meth sandwich next season.
I know my
at the
buffalo.
fair.
I know my loaded buffalo
Fat
chicken
dog.
fries.
Come
That
get
shit,
this meth, dog.
A fat dog.
Fat
You'll
dog.
get a
Yeah,
fat
fat
dog.
dog.
Fei dog.
Okay, so they got a deep fried cannoli, a deep fried.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that might work.
That sounds good.
They got deep fried ribs. So that's going to be baby
Beef?
back ribs, deep fried and tossed
it's
in
probably
barbecue,
pork. It's
lemon
gonna be
pepper, or sweet chili jerk sauce. They got a funnel cake topped with powdered sugar, ranch dressing, and dill pickles. The
Ew.
Dill Delight funnel cake.
That's it.
You just ruined a funnel
Like,
cake.
you
I
Just
know, that's-
completely
You
ruined the
you
funnel
keep find
cake.
more stuff to make it sound more disgusting.
I guess pickles are the main theme of this.
You could have
year's
threw
fair.
chocolate on it, like anything, but you threw pickles on it.
Okay, so they got the dilly dog, a dill pickle stuffed with a hot dog, fried in panko batter, served with the side of peanut butter.
Nah.
Yeah,
That's
it must
gross.
be pickle themed this year.
Hey, for our African friends, they have fried fufu.
Oh, yeah, fufu's
seasoned
big there
and
this
deep
year.
fried.
Pickled fufu.
Fried fufu. Yeah, it's going to be either pickled or fried at this year's fair. And I like the they got some good
Told you some good, decent stuff.
They
up
got
there.
a fried hazelnut croissant.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
Mini croissant fried and drizzled with hazelnut topping. They got fried pickle mac and cheese, loaded mac and cheese with fried pickles and ranch dressing. They got a granddaddy fufu plate, and that's a burger topped with gravy, greens, and fufu. Niggas
What?
just making up stuff.
What?
Yeah,
I don't even know how that goes together.
They gonna sell it. They get ready to go sell it.
Somebody gonna buy it.
Somebody gonna buy it. You know it.
Because it's a chart.
Okay, they got Korean barbecue kimchi nachos, which actually sounds pretty good. I like
Korean
kimchi.
barbecue, kimchi.
I love Korean.
Nachos.
I like Korean barbecue. The kimchi part is like the nachos. That's I can probably fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree, Robin. She said the consumers will be those under 30 who don't have mature palates. And you damn right. They got the Mia fried spaghetti with meat sauce on a toasted hoagie with slaw. So that's the fried spaghetti sandwich.
That I'll get that.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
Oh, man, don't be scared.
Spaghetti on a.
That just sounds like a meatball sub or whatever.
Yeah,
Cool.
just add
I
just
think I
just
want
noodles
it.
on it.
I think I want it.
The pizza cobbler pizza, the peach cobbler pizza cone. So that's a pizza cone.
With peach cobbler.
Yeah, with peach filling, cinnamon crumbles, and icing on top.
Yeah, I eat that.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd try it. I mean, I wouldn't be that excited about it, but I'd try it.
See, my
pizza
combo. See,
talking
if
about
I
the
was out in the fair, I'll tell you 2 sandwiches is gonna crush it immediately. They'll get my alpha combo dog. They'll get the alpha combo dog. That's the 3 meats inside, or the combo dog. You get 2. Those I know for a fact they would be the popular, and anything double that I have, they would definitely get on it because my sandwiches is fair food like all day.
Make sure you check Alpha Dogs out.
Okay, they also have a Dr. Pepper infused with pickles. It's a pickled Dr. Pepper.
No.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Now this sounds real good. Red velvet glazed funnel cake, chicken sandwich, Nashville style chicken on a red velvet cake bun with syrup and hot sauce.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yes.
Boy, how far the bathroom from there?
boy.
How far is the restroom?
I'm gonna run to the PNC
It's
arena.
just too much.
How far is the restroom from the?
There's too many sensations.
It's too
Right,
much
exactly.
stuff hitting you at one time. Where the bathroom?
Yeah,
Where the bathroom?
the porta potty is gonna be
Yeah, where the
fucked
bathroom?
up. That
Look,
was
that's
that,
like,
that Nashville funnel cake. What you said? Nashville funnel cake.
It was a
red velvet.
Nashville-
Yeah,
hold on, let me-
Chicken
Nash-
sandwich,
that
like the
spicy.
chicken
So
sandwich.
it's spicy with a
red
sweet and
velvet
everything.
glazed funnel cake
Yeah.
chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
So
it's like a chicken waffle.
it's
I'll eat
red
that.
velvet cake bun. So it's
Yeah.
basically red velvet cake is
And,
buns.
and
Nashville
it's
chicken.
chicken with
How
it.
much
Yeah, that's
love?
good.
That's a lot of love. Like
That's good
you know
right there.
that, like you be smiling the whole time. You eating.
Not only will it warm your heart, it'll stop your heart.
won't stop
And
smiling.
explode your stomach.
But the good
too,
thing
I'm
about
sure.
it is you walking around that fair, you can walk the
Yeah,
calories
you can
off
walk
your
some of
ass.
that off.
Hold on, fried chicken
On
and
red
oh my
velvet
God.
bun with the
Oh
hot
my
sauce on
gosh.
it. Yeah,
Oh.
that shit busting.
You
That's
ain't gonna stop
busted.
That shit gonna
smiling.
be dripping
Yeah,
sauce.
that's
Stop
busting.
smiling. You gonna smile the whole time.
And you know what really would have topped it off if they did it? They did a creamy coleslaw with that shit.
Oh, that would actually bang.
Would have been.
Hey, this sounds pretty good. They got a sweet cheese pie, and it's a cheese-filled pancake fried and served with pistachio and chocolate syrup.
Sounds
And
good.
I assume the cheese is cream cheese.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Or-
Gotta
I'm
be.
not-
Can't be cheddar.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That actually sounds good.
They got spicy peanuts wrapped in dark chocolate clusters.
Sounds good. I eat that.
What the? Sweet maple bacon iced tea. Iced tea made with maple syrup and bacon flavor, topped with crispy bacon strips.
I'll try that.
I can't.
I'll try that.
Well, they're gonna have.
Boy, they gonna give you something new at the fair, Aaron. Like just something completely maple bacon iced tea.
Sweet tea. Sweet tea.
And they gonna float bacon in it too, yo. Like, no, I don't want no parts of that.
Well, maple already, you know, it's gonna be sweet tea. Like,
Right.
But you're floating bacon in it now.
oh,
That is if you like bacon, you know bacon is like a
That's
big
so
thing.
Salty.
That they want the sweet and savory. They want to give you the sweet and savory of it.
And they're gonna have tang hulu, that trending stuff where you dip fruit in sugar and then let it crystallize and dry, and then you eat shiny fruit that's coated in candy.
Nah.
And it looks like I've hit the bottom of the list with the turducken burger, a blend of turkey, duck, and chicken served on a bun. Actually, that
That
might
sounds
work.
good. I'll eat duck.
You know what? It's from a place. I see the company that's doing it. It's black owned. I remember buying their food when I worked in NC State because they had the little food truck fest there all the time. It's a black company, Chicken Q. So they're doing the turducken
Oh,
burger.
that shit bang.
Yeah.
I know Chicken Q. That
Okay, so I rock with Chicken Q.
bang. But that.
But they're doing a turducken burger. So just off the strength of who they are, I check it out.
Last year, because do you have a date for the fair? Because last year you
Okay,
had-
no. Last year I did have a date for the fair, and I went for the first time to the fair ever, and I left my date there.
On purpose?
On purpose?
Sorta. We were leaving.
How is sorta? Hold on,
Okay,
let me hear
well,
this.
let me tell you the story. We were leaving, and so I was ready to go back to my car. She was ready to go back to her car. So I'm like, I'm ready to go. And so she's like, okay, I want to wait for the bus. I want to walk to the car. Okay, it's
I'm
probably
ready to go.
about a half a mile.
I'm ready to
from
go.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
And we arrived in two separate cars, so it's not a matter. But I'm
Okay.
stuck on the whole be a gentleman. But I want to go on my car and go home and play 2K. And she's sitting there wanting to wait for the bus, so we waiting. 30 minutes go by, the bus ain't came. Now I know I could have gone to my
I
car.
could have been. I could have been in my car.
Been
I could have been in my car.
So I'm trying to do the whole gentleman, be nice, wait for the woman in the bus, and then there's this part of me that's like, I just want to walk and go. So then
Walk the
I'm just
calories
like,
off.
After 30 minutes, I'm like, look, I need to go home. You can stay here and wait for the bus. So then I got up and I started walking. And you know how you have those montages in movies where the flashback, I'm like, I want to go, but I don't want to just leave
I
this
stay?
chick here.
Should I go?
It's just my
I don't
parents'
know.
fault for raising me right.
Did you leave or did you stay?
I turned around and
He
waited
went
on the
back.
bus like a
He
son
went
of a
back.
bitch.
You know he went back. And or reason I have to say it like this, nigga, unfortunately. Light skin, man. You know he went back.
No.
Not
No, the
intentionally,
number
but-
one rule is this. You
But you
came
don't
out
leave
to
a
meet
woman
me.
like that, yo.
It is
Yeah.
my job to make sure you're escorted
It's the
and blah, blah,
gentleman.
blah
It's the-
till you
it's
hit
the
your
gentleman.
car.
Yeah,
It's
the
the
gentleman.
So
gentleman.
how long did you have to wait for the bus?
45
Another
minutes.
30
So another 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
you waited a half
It's the
hour.
gentleman way. But there
You
have
did the right
definitely been
thing.
circumstances where I was like, I want to leave this chick right here. But
I was raised.
Now I ain't
right.
gonna
Raised
front.
down south.
I ain't gonna front, but I had a reason because I ended the day because I got all my teeth. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm eating meat, I'm just saying because a lot of niggas ain't got their teeth down. So if I get meat in my teeth, it puts immense pressure on my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Because I floss every day. You feel what I'm saying? So I get any type of meat. Oh, let me get some. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how serious it is. I have toothpaste in my car strictly for that shit. Because I was on a date. The woman looked nice and everything. I was like, and I think I was eating steak or something. And I had gotten like multiple spots along my mouth. And I asked her, I said, did you have any, you got any floss or anything? She was like, nope. I tried to stick it out about 5 minutes. I said, I'm going to have to end this because my mouth is going through some shit. I
Just
literally,
because you ain't bring floss?
yeah.
What if she was going to give you some?
That's tough.
Oh, well, I just didn't get none of that night. But my mouth was saying, nigga, what you doing? I didn't even care about it. All I know, the pressure on my mouth because I had meat stuck up in it. I was like, let's go. Let's go get this floss.
Hey, you know what the real crazy part was, man? I realized I was a simp after that moment because I had to make sure she got to her car.
You still had to walk to your car?
Yeah, you know what the crazy part? No, wait. My car was near her car. So this wasn't, we both parked at PNC.
not like I walked 3 miles after we got in her car.
Just so you know, we parked at the PNC Arena and we waited on the bus to take us to the fair. You know where the fair is. So that's just an idea of the distance.
It's not PNC no more. What is
Well,
it?
you know what
Lenovo.
it is.
It's who?
It's Lenovo.
Lenovo. Okay.
Well, yeah. Now I remember why I was so desperate to leave because I ate all that fair food and had to take
You
a
had to run
course,
through your
yeah,
ass.
the
And
bathroom.
that's why I needed to get to my
Where the
car. I
bathroom?
realized I was like, was I that pressed to play 2K? It's like, no, I had to.
Fair,
Yeah, I was leaving the fair.
It
You
brought
know
down-
that shit
yeah.
made my cholesterol high now, and I had to. I'm sitting there shaking, waiting on the bus.
Are you taking a date to the fair
No,
this year?
I'm not going to the fair this year.
No, okay.
I'm
not going either, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the kids some money so they can go because the kids deserve. They need to go to the fair.
You're sending what kids?
Yeah, I'm
My two youngest. Price probably she get money, but Price said send some money.
They going on their own?
Nah, they going with their mom.
They're taking an Uber.
Nah, they ain't there yet. Price
I was
probably would.
I was talking with Boy about like, you might be old enough, but you ain't. You ain't.
Okay, boom. Since
Yeah.
you brought that up, how old were
He
you the
ain't.
first time you went to the fair?
Oh,
when
bro,
were
you know,
by
I was
yourself?
outside. You know,
I was like a
outside.
junior in high school.
I was 42.
I was a junior in high
First
school.
time you went to the fair
Last year.
by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh nah, bro. See, that's what.
I
Wow,
That's what I'm saying. We were raised different. We were raised different.
I mean, I went to the fair before, but I've
we were
always had a
raised
date
different.
or went with somebody. I never went solo.
Okay, well, how old were you the first time you basically went to the fair?
I was a
with
junior in
the date
high
or
school.
something?
Oh,
I was junior in high school.
Montgomery County Fair when I was a teenager, but this was my first time going to the fair last year. I'm not joking. No,
You
period.
know what? No, take that back. That was my
Period.
sophomore year.
The-
in
Never
high
been
school.
to a fair before?
No, the North Carolina. I went to the fair all the time
the
growing up
North
in
Carolina
Maryland.
State Fair.
Yeah,
I've
this
been
my
here.
first
I've
time
been
going to
there
the
once.
North Carolina State Fair was last year. I've been to plenty of fairs.
I remember the first time my parents let me out to go to the fair, and I was kind of on restriction, but they let me go anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
They
we
let
were
me go
raised
because my
different.
parents were kind of cool. They had their moments. They let me go anyway. Be home by 12, 11, 12, somewhere around there. So boom, we go to the fair. Now anybody who knows about the South Carolina State Fair knows that there are train tracks around the South Carolina State Fair or around the fairgrounds. When I tell you that we got stuck behind the train, I was supposed to be home an hour ago, but stuck behind the longest train ever. Got grounded. Got grounded for that.
For being stuck behind the train.
Look.
You already got to go.
I didn't plan properly. I didn't plan to be home in time properly.
Look,
Yes,
Dad
I
said
was-
you be home by 12. You be home by 12.
Yeah.
So if you know,
Yeah, so I didn't plan properly. But that was the first time. I think I was a junior in high school. The first time
I think
went
I
to
was a
the fair with
sophomore.
my
I was
boys.
thinking about because it was like
You ain't get
91.
dropped off.
No, remember they're driving back then.
I used to get.
Black was driving.
I used to get dropped off.
Nah, Black drove. So Black drove out to the fair and stuff like that. Who dropped you off, Mom and them?
Well, I had to, bro.
Damn. Mom used to drop me off the
Well,
skate.
you know, we was what 15, 16. So my chick that I was dating, she had driver's license. She had a Geo. What year?
What, a Metro?
Nah, she drive a Paris car. So you know that's how we was getting mad for.
I mean, but the fair just ain't like, and maybe it's because I'm older, it's changed, but like it's just too dangerous now.
Yeah.
you just know you just look at life different because you know when you
It was
young,
always dangerous.
yeah, and you just
Nah, when I was going to fair,
Yeah,
it was
it's always been
they-
dangerous. You
they
just look
weren't
at
shooting
life
The
different.
fair when I was growing up, they be shooting at the fair.
of
When I
course,
was
they
growing
fight.
up,
They were
weren't-
fighting at the fair.
They were
Fighting
in
ain't
school.
bullets.
I understand
Fighting
that.
ain't
I
nothing.
got you.
I've seen fights.
Oh,
They
ain't
were
no,
fighting
it
at
ain't
school.
been no. It's been
But
shooting at
it's
it.
the shoot.
Yeah,
They weren't really shooting at our school like that.
They
Like
started shooting at these fairs lately.
Nah.
well, they not no Raleigh fair though. They don't play that shit. They heavily armed
They're not
around
supposed
there.
to play anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I just know Raleigh fair. They ain't none of that
Where
popular.
we're from,
they-
where we're from, they'll shoot that bitch
I
up.
feel you, but you know where the Raleigh fair is, that's by the state trooper complex.
Man.
They got
and
What that
they
mean?
don't care. Matt, they don't care about none of that
No,
stuff.
it's just different now, you know.
it ain't none of that up here.
State trooper, they don't care. They'll shoot next to that
And
nigga.
like, they
Yeah,
shoot
what?
back.
Interesting. Well, hopefully the fair will be a safe event in Raleigh, and people will eat that nasty ass shit and not.
And when
get
does
sick.
it begin?
I
See you
assume,
next Thursday.
next Thursday.
Okay.
So have fun. I still do not recommend anybody over 100 pounds jumping on them rides. They're not designed
Yeah.
for safety. They're designed for
That's why I say we look at.
I
Because
think they're just designed for looks, personally.
yeah.
And if you could put up a ride that quick,
Yeah.
do you really trust that?
No.
Black guy thrown out a ride.
Yeah.
And when he was younger, that's why he had that little, because he got thrown out the ride. Yeah, the fair ain't, it's supposed to be. I'll be
If it
careful.
ain't Great Adventure or something like that,
Yeah.
that has regular maintenance on a consistent basis, like.
And
it
just
ain't moving.
They just put this up for a week. And
Bruh.
they
Yeah,
get
that
ready
shit-
to
that shit-
slide.
that shit-
and what you say? You want this Fent burger?
Oh yeah.
You want the meth dog?
Oh yeah. Fat burger and crack fries. What a combo.
Here, now go put this shit together. Here you go. Here go the instructions. Nigga, like, fuck out of here,